Since I just got back from Disney World, let's talk everything Carrie related when it comes to going to both Disney and Universal, either park when you're in Orlando. Let's get to a quick packing tips and tricks while you're in the parks. So I just got back from a several day trip in Orlando. 5 days, 4 days in Disney parks, 1 day in Universal, which I think was about the perfect mix for our family. So I did think long and hard about which backpacks I wanted to take with me. So I figured I would give you some pro tips and tricks, things to think about as you go into the parks so that you have everything you need and to keep the family happy for the whole time you're in the parks. Let's start off with talking about Disney World and Universal. And there's some little differences that you're going to want to know before you go to either park. First of all, Disney World, very backpack friendly. You can get in and around the rides all day, every day, no lockers required. Any backpack will work. In fact, I had all the way up to the 21 liter GR1 size, more about that later, and it worked out just fine in all the storage locations throughout Disney. You either can put it at your feet or there's a storage location either underneath your seat, as in the case of Soarin' in Epcot, or behind you in some of the other rides. Either way, no problem carrying the bigger backpacks all day through Disney. At Universal though, it's a different story and you can take backpacks. I took a Bullet, the 15 liter Bullet with me when I went. It was largely okay, but the problem is most of the rides don't allow any sort of carry-on item whatsoever. Backpacks, slings, you name it. They do provide storage lockers. In the case of a sling, which is my pro tip, something I would recommend over a backpack, the sling size storage lockers are free. The bigger ones, the ones that would fit a Bullet, this one would have been the Cerberus from Mystery Ranch Carryology, a little too big and just, things hanging out make it a little inconvenient. But the Bullet, 15 liter size, was perfect. Their lockers are $2 each. So you go on a ride, stow your bag, $2, cool. Get it out, go to the next ride, store your bag, $2, not cool. It just adds up over the days. Either you have to have someone else hold your bag while you're riding the rides, or put them in a locker, $2 each. So it's just kind of inconvenient. So I would recommend slimming down the carry until you can fit it into a sling, something that fits in the free lockers, or have somebody else with you that's going to carry your bag while you ride the ride. So that's just some of the differences between Disney and Universal. Now let's dive into the bags. Because we drove there, I had the opportunity to take several bags with me. And really it came down to I just couldn't decide which ones. So really the Cerberus, the 15 liter size Carryology Mystery Ranch collaboration bag, an X50, which I've done a previous review on this bag. I specifically cut this one for Disney World because it was going to be the Stormtrooper bag. Now this one is perfect and perfectly laid out for a day in the parks, in my opinion. We'll dive into things that I got in and out of it when we go through individual packing tips. But this one is lots of places for the bottles, for everything you're going to take with you. Perfect size, 15 liters, plenty of room for your stuff. Plus, put in if you had a light hoodie or something, maybe another light shirt or something, you can put one or two in here and still have plenty of room. And then you've got this, the tail that can flip out for the bigger bulky items if you just went shopping that day. So cool, lots of flexibility with this one, fidlocks, just name it. So cool, and it's comfortable all day. This outdoor, really just rugged harness system, better than any other bag that I have, and it just makes it super comfortable all day. Load lifters let you dial it in, fidlocks for in easy and easy out. It's just pretty cool. Just like this one for everything. And again, when I talk about the packing, we'll get to more about that later. The fidlocks are awesome. There is lots of things to snag. So in and out of rides, that's the only negative about this one, is just things to snag. And again, in Universal would not have been good because in and out of those lockers would not have been easy or possible when it came to this one. The 15 liter Bullet I would recommend, and I did take to Universal Day in particular, and it was perfect for in and out of those lockers just because it's very streamlined. on the outside. Very capable bag, lots of places to hold stuff, no external bottle access, so that is its negative. But if you use the Gray Man Tactical plate, and then with another GR1 you have another place to put stuff. More about that when we talk about specifically packing, but plenty of room for water bottles and other stuff, things to put in there. So the Bullet is another one of those highly recommend bags, especially if you've got your house patch. This is the Ravenclaw patch. You didn't recognize it? Well, shame on you. Two others I considered are up to 21 liter sizes. Now I fortunately received this one while I was in the park, so I was really just testing it out. 21 liters is a little big, but you know, cool. And you really have a lot of room for everyone's sweatshirts, more water, different, just all sorts of souvenirs in the park. You just got lots of room in a 21 liter bag, way overkill for a family of 4. I did consider carrying the M22, and I brought it, had it decked out with a cool patch, ready to go. I do think this is, if I wanted to step up, this would be the better option personally, because it has bottle pockets, either for your camera or otherwise. Just lots of exterior accessible areas that I really do love about the M22, which would have made it preferable to a GR1. Now, either of these bags are going to be warmer air channel wise, and just think about this. The M22's got that 210D backing, so it's cool. This one's just got 500D, but it is awesome, stands out. Somebody asked me, did anyone see you carrying GRXC2 while you're in the park? Not one person stopped me. It is very distinct looking, but nobody stopped to say, hey man, where'd you get that backpack? Especially with that red patch, which was awesome. The samurai patch, which was on it the whole time. Definitely sticks out like a sore thumb, but nobody stopped me. Another pro tip when it comes to backpack choices, we could go all day on to slings, but for me, I just like to keep it simple and carry just the essentials, and so the boogie bag is what I carry. One main open compartment and one front area for the phone when you're dialing into, or when you're diving into a ride. Don't want your phone flying out of your pocket, put it in here, super cool, it's around your waist. Just update you on one little thing about the boogie bag. Somebody posted something about this alpaca fidlock attachment. And so, or strap, which is really cool. And I said, you know what, I'm gonna try that sucker out. It didn't work for me. I prefer, for the boogie bag, the strap that it came with just clips into either side, so you can definitely, and then secure the strap, and it's easy, it's around your waist. I usually use this one around my waist all the time, just because it's kind of out of the way, and I can just put just the essentials, camera gear, and some stuff for on the day, snacks mainly, and that's just it. So don't, in my opinion, don't go fidlock on this thing unless you're not going to carry around your waist. Around the waist, fidlocks is a pain in the neck. Around the, you know, more sling style, fidlocks are the way to go. But, you know, just in the boogie bag, just stick with what Tim sends you. It's awesome the way it is, and plenty of room for your awesome Disney patches, whichever you wanted to go, whether it's PS patch designs. I got this one on Amazon, or just your classic JB outside patch, which always looks awesome and goes with anything. That all being said, what are my pro tips for packing in the parks? Let's get to that. First of all, don't overdo it with camera equipment. You really aren't gonna take a ton of photos unless you're using your phone. So just use your phone. The phone takes awesome photos, no matter what it is, just do that. Another pro tip is just do the photo pass. You take some, there's some people taking phenomenal photos out there right at all the major attractions. You scan your band or whatever it is, and they put them on. So photo pass, can't recommend that enough. Save yourself the wait, don't take the big camera. I do recommend, however, the Insta360 X3. I got some really cool photos. I'll put some up here while I talk, but it just took some really awesome video as I went through the park. Now, just one thing to point out is you can't take selfie sticks. You can take tripods, but you can't take selfie sticks. So the extended invisible selfie stick that you can use with the X3, I did not take with me, although I saw 2 or 3 people with them. They didn't get stopped, but I'm a rule follower, generally speaking, so I didn't do that. I just brought the tripod base for that sucker because you could just set it down on a table, walk around it, takes 360 video, it's super cool, And then it really did work pretty nice just to hold on a few rides. I'll put some video here. It's really cool. And again, that's my camera of choice for just really going anywhere because it takes all the video. And with this Cerberus from Mystery Ranch Carryology, fits perfectly in the side, so it's just out of the way. Pro tip number 2, hydration. And this one, I wouldn't bring your big water bottles with you. So what we did is we brought a bunch of these, and you can either, if you drive there, just buy it at the store beforehand, keep it in your car, carry it into the hotel room, or you can have this delivered to your hotel room from anywhere around the area locally with some just local groceries and snacks. So that's just what I would do. We carried, for a family of 4 water bottles, and this one you could, if you didn't have the Insta360, you could put 2 on the outside, and the Cerberus has 2 internal sleeves. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, and we also brought a little mini Sharpie. So bring a Sharpie, put your initials on all the bottle caps in the morning, and so that's how we rolled with hydration. We had water bottles, and you can fill these in the park. The water is notoriously terrible tasting. I'm sure it's fine health-wise, but it just doesn't taste very good. But you can fill these in the park. The pro tip with filling this is when you get lunch, get some ice water in a cup and fill them from there. Or you can get water bottles in the park wherever they're just amusement park prices. What else do I have in here besides the water bottles and some just accessories on the top here, namely a charging supply, because you're going to run your battery down as you're navigating, using it for everything and taking lots of photos and videos. So just bring some way to charge one or multiple phones throughout the day. Don't forget the cord if you need that. I had this little Matador travel towel. Didn't end up using it, but it would be perfect for a lot of things in the park, whether a water ride or otherwise. Tissues, Advil, we had some things in there just to be prepared for whatever happened throughout the day. These 2 packs, and the reason I kept them this way is because when you carry a backpack into the parks, mostly Disney, you're gonna be diverted to the side for a little bit of a search. It's fine because you took out the knives, right? You don't have anything dangerous. So I love to have things so they can take them out individually and then put it all back very easily. Don't put a bunch of individual things in there. It just makes it terrible for them to search and for you to put stuff back in there. Anyway, this is a Garage Built Gear Mighty Plus. What's in here? Just a bunch of batteries for various things, mostly the GoPro, which I didn't end up bringing, or the X3 from Insta360. So this is just the camera accessories that weren't on it. And then this is a Triple Out Design GPP1, which is an X50 multicam Tropic. Snacks. I brought 2 of a bunch of little things because you never know what people are gonna like. The reason this is perfect is because if somebody's hungry, I hand them the snack bag, they get something out of it, they hand it back to me, and I put it back in there, and we move on. So that's just on the go snack solution. Cool, right? And so that's just the way we rolled. I also normally have my wallet inside, and this bag is perfect because this pocket down here, cell phone, going to a ride, put my cell phone in there, and then it wouldn't fly out of my pocket on whatever ride we were on. So there you go. That's the packing solution, and all this stuff, 4 water bottles, couple of transferable packs, just went into everything. All right, so that's the packing tip. So during the day, this is what I took. Had all this stuff. Sometimes we diverted back to the hotel or the car, whatever you wanted to do, and at night, boogie bag. So I said backpacks for during the day, boogie bag for at night when you don't need to take necessarily all of that stuff for just going back into the park. So I had this, a couple little snacks, and the camera, pretty much the Insta360 broken down here. So I had a place for my phone, sunglasses, just some things that I didn't want flying out of my pockets in the boogie bag from GoodWorks, which again, just love this thing. So there you go. That's pro tips going to Disney. Hope you have a good time. Definitely take the right backpack and a sling for the different parks. Hope these tips helped you. If you got some value out of this, give this video a thumbs up. This helps other people see this video. You might want to subscribe and sign up for alerts because I got a lot more videos coming out in the next couple weeks. Lots of cool stuff stacking up, ready to be reviewed. And I want to get all this information to you, so you definitely want to see it. There you go. We'll see you. We're going to go outside. It's a beautiful day here in Georgia. And as always, check out the links in the description, get some of this cool gear, and we'll see you in the next video.